literally just got back here.
We were at the station.
I
had to turn around.
We were talking about that.
No,
I
I
just
was
finished
down
my
there.
package for the 6th.
I think that I saw your package and I was like, oh, he's already down here. But I'm like, she followed him. Because it was way, your stuff was
Yeah,
down before.
literally. I was like,
But the good thing is they changed it to 8:30, so
well, that was a mistake because our assistant instructor called us like 6.
Fui à aula.
They said 6:30.
You're all up to you, man. You alright? Fui à aula.
Early, she said 6:30.
Buddy, I'm just along for the ride.
So that's why they sent out the new one.
Okay, I'm here.
Everybody have their
Sorry.
audio equipment already set up, ready to go?
I'm here. I didn't want to interrupt him.
Do we need any more extra room back there? Or
I think we're okay.
something?
Thanks for asking. Appreciate it.
All right, I just muted it for a second while they're getting everything together there. I don't know. What I do know for sure was that the grandmother had full custody of Jayden for a long time and passed away. Oh, here we go.
Oh, is everybody ready to get started?
Yeah.
It's for the record. Okay. Earlier today, detectives with Kentucky State, this investigation remains ongoing, as being led by Detective Nathan Roark. This incident has now transitioned from a missing person investigation into an active and ongoing criminal investigation. With that, we must advise that specific details regarding this investigation cannot be released at this time. It is our top priority to protect the integrity of this investigation and seek justice for Jayden. I would like to take a moment to thank the many different organizations that assisted in the search efforts for Jayden. All the volunteers that spent numerous hours and days trying to locate him. Thank you to every person that sent tips or even shared a post on social media. Thank you to every person that prayed, and those prayers that were sent to us, and we ask that you continue to pray for a community that grieves at this tragic loss. At this time, I'll invite Commonwealth Attorney Miranda King for her comments. She'll be overseeing the prosecution as it moves forward. Miranda.
Thank you. Forgive me, guys, I've got notes. As Trooper Gayheart said, I am Miranda King. I'm the Commonwealth's attorney. My office prosecutes felonies in Breathitt, Wolf, and Powell counties. I think I speak for an entire community when I say that we are devastated and collectively broken over this. I'd like to take a moment to extend my condolences to the people who loved and cared about Jayden. While this is not the outcome that we had hoped for, we certainly are grateful that we were able to bring him out of the woods today. Next, I think it's appropriate to thank the Kentucky State Police Post 13. These guys never give themselves enough credit. I can tell you that they have worked tirelessly and often around the clock in their efforts to bring Jayden home. And I know this because I have been on the phone with them just about every day, and they've just not quit. Finally, I would just like to say, I'm sorry guys, this is hard. Finally, I'd just like to say that the outpouring of love and support as a result of this has been absolutely remarkable. And it appears that there are people all over the world that love and care for this baby. Because of that, I would like to assure the public that now, thanks to these guys, Jayden is now in good hands, and we're going to take care of him. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, for that. At this time, this will conclude our press briefing. Again, this investigation is in the early stages, so unfortunately at this time we won't be open for any types of questions. I appreciate you all being here. Okay. Earlier today, detectives with Kentucky State Police, Post 13 Hazard, received new information related to the disappearance of 10-year-old Jayden Spicer. As a result, investigators identified a new area to search in a heavily wooded area along Canoe Road in the Jackson community of Breathitt County. Detectives responded to the location and initiated a search. Shortly thereafter, approximately 3 p.m., the remains of Jayden Spicer were discovered buried at the scene. The Breathitt County Coroner's Office responded and pronounced the child deceased. The remains will be transported to the medical examiner's office in Frankfort for an autopsy. Jayden's mother, Felicia Gross, 33, of Jackson, was taken into custody and transported to Kentucky River Regional Jail. She is charged with manslaughter in the second degree, abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and falsely reporting an incident. This investigation remains ongoing and is being led by Detective Nathan Roark. This incident has now transitioned from a missing person investigation into an active and ongoing criminal investigation. With that, we must advise that specific details regarding this investigation cannot be released at this time. It is our top priority to protect the integrity of this investigation and seek justice for Jayden. I would like to take a moment to thank the many different organizations that assisted in the search efforts for Jayden. All the volunteers that spent numerous hours and days trying to locate him. Thank you to every person that sent tips or even shared a post on social media. Thank you to every person that prayed and those prayers that were sent to us, and we ask that you continue to pray for a community that grieves at this tragic loss. At this time, I'll invite Commonwealth Attorney Miranda King for her comments. She'll be overseeing the prosecution as it moves forward.
Okay, so it appears his mother is in custody, his biological mother. I'll read something from his aunt. It says, as one of his aunts, there hasn't been an alert yet. This is while he was still missing, okay? There hasn't been an alert yet because there's certain protocols that Kentucky State Police has to meet. Jayden lost his mama 2 months ago, the woman who raised him since he was a baby. He started living with his mom and her husband. He has mental health issues and he needs medicine daily. There is information our family has received that has not and will not be shared until Kentucky State Police and detectives confirm it and release it to the public. We do not know the exact time he went missing, but we do know he's terrified of the dark. So it's possible if he left on his own, he left in the early morning. So he was living with his mama who died. Now, does mama mean mom, grandma, or great grandma? She had, now the biological mother of Jayden had 6 children. 4, including Jayden, were living with her and her boyfriend. The other 2, I don't know where they were, if they lived with her or not. I want to say that let me see here. This is the grandmother's obituary. Shirley Faye Johnson, age 73, of Canoe, Kentucky, passed away on Tuesday, May 20th, 2025, at the Wells Care Center in Hazard, Kentucky. She was born September 5th of 1951 in Ohio and was the daughter, etc. Okay. She was also preceded in death by one son and one sister. She's survived by her stepmother, blah, blah, blah. She's also survived by one daughter, one brother, 4 grandchildren, and a host of great-grandchildren. So that's what they had there. Then another family member posted something about, I don't know, I guess a lot of issues within the family that have gone on for years. The mother, I believe's name is Felicia, and nothing good, nothing. Let me see here. The guy that I follow, Timothy Hudson, he was like a local reporter in that area. And he had been out there searching on the ground as well. Let me see here. Terrible. There were so many people out there searching. And it just, even though there wasn't an Amber Alert, because they didn't, they have to meet that criteria, which I know makes people insane. But if there isn't that kind of criteria, people are going to get fatigue from being notified because so many kids go missing every single day. And if an alert goes off for all of them, people are just going to ignore it. Let's see. Well, I wonder why she's only being charged with manslaughter, though. Now I'm over in the chat. Sorry. Yeah. Hey, gamer girl. Yeah, he had, the aunties, they were out there. I mean, they were out there looking. I just don't understand the manslaughter, right? That's a strange thing. We got to follow this one and just really see, like, what in the hell? I think the grandmother had custody. CPS was involved. The grandmother had custody. And then when the grandmother died, that was it. They had to give custody back. I can read it to you directly from the aunt. I can tell you. Give me 1 second. She's on here. Her name is, this is her arrest here, Felicia, the mother, by the way. In custody, Kentucky River Regional. She's only 33 years old. God. So manslaughter, 2nd degree, abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, falsely reporting an incident. That's just such bullshit. Like, so Samantha Brunty is one of the aunts, but that's not the one I'm looking for. The one I am looking for is, they have a strange name. Hold on. Let me grab it here. It's like cat and I don't know. Let me see. Is this her? No. So sad. Dart and Shy. Dart and this here. Okay, here you go. Clarification. There are several rumors on how Jayden ended up in Felicia's care. My sister Samantha, not Felicia, is already going through hell without everyone's bullshit. Jayden was living in her home with Mama. Once Mama passed, Felicia automatically gained custody back. CPS has been involved the entire time. They cleared her to have Jayden in her home. Samantha did not just drop Jayden off to her. Samantha knows more about Jayden than anyone and loves him more than anyone. Before you run your mouth, get your shit straight. Our family is going through hell. So this is Samantha. This is who they were all living with. And that's them searching out there for him. So terrible. He's just a baby. So the Kentucky State Police and all of them kind of just said, we don't need the public's help right now. We don't need it. So they were calling off the public, but Samantha wasn't going to stop. She just kept going. I mean, they all did. There were tons of people out there. So just so fucking sad. So sad. I mean, it doesn't matter if she confessed because we just read what her charges are. So she might have confessed. She might not have. I don't know. But they got her in there. And I mean, that's just, why the fuck would CPS, why? Why would CPS give custody back to somebody like this? There was clearly a reason he was taken away. It was the mother's mother. Well, maybe. I don't know. Well, that's what it says. 4 grandkids, and Jayden had 5 siblings. But maybe they're like her stepkids or something, and she doesn't, or it was the great grandmother. I don't know. They haven't put out a lot of information at all. Yeah, I was thinking it was a great grandma, like somebody said above. The Hatfield people went looking too. I know a lot of people did. Yeah, Texas, they did. They found him. I agree too. If he needed daily medication, that should qualify. What the hell was that? What was that sound on my phone? Ching. Hold on, I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. I don't know. Some weird ass sound. My husband's telling me how old he is. I know how old you are, crazy. You don't know how old you are, you lunatic. I wonder if that's why she's been charged with manslaughter. She made a plea and told them where he was. Very possible, Carrie, because people were saying that she got arrested much earlier. So perhaps they had her in there interrogating her and she just confessed. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. So the rumor earlier was she confessed and she buried him near the grandma. And I don't like those crazy rumors. I mean, people were going live showing his body under a fucking sheet. Like, do you have no human decency about you? Honest to God, what is actually wrong with people on YouTube? Who? Why? So salacious, so disgusting. Ew. Christ. Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, Susan, when they didn't issue it. Like, did they think that she did something? Was he taken for violence in the home, before? I don't know. Exactly. It's insane. It makes no sense to me. There should be a lot more involvement. It's just bad. It's bad. I mean, especially when they're right around this age, you can't help to think of your own kids when your own kids in the home are this age. It's just, has anyone else noticed their keypad on iPad change? I have no idea. Thank you very much, Under Your Scars, for becoming a member. That is what that sound was. Now you see, it was way down there and I didn't know because I'm way up at the top. That's what the sound is. I have a jingle on for that, but it doesn't show you on here. Thanks for becoming a member. Chase, I sent you an email in a case, hoping you will check into. I gotta look on my phone. Let's see what it is. Oh boy, no. No. Is this serious? You just sent it. Is it out of Oklahoma? Oh. Is it the one out of Oklahoma? I can't. What the hell? Is this? I cannot. What is this, like a fucking common thing? Caregiver allegedly used wooden paddle. What the hell is this? Oh boy, guys. Let's see. It's this one. Let me show it to you guys. This is the one. Oh my God. Okay. Time is of the essence. Caregiver allegedly used wooden paddle and BB gun to abuse this missing child. Oklahoma City. Police in Oklahoma City have assumed control of an investigation into the disappearance of a 5-year-old who's been missing for more than 3 years. Ashley Rowland and Joshua Denton were arrested this week in connection to London Kerr's disappearance. London is Rowland's daughter. Look at that baby. Oh my gosh. Oklahoma City police are the lead investigators, but London's case also involves more law enforcement. Court records show that in September of 2024, more police officers and Oklahoma Human Services talked with Rowland, who said London was with her father in Georgia. That turned out to be false. Weeks later, Oklahoma Human Services showed up to the house where they thought London was living with her mother, but residents were told police haven't seen the 5-year-old. London was only 2 in 2022 and would now be 5. The court documents say Rowland told police she gave her then 2-year-old to a man known as Carlos, who she bought meth from in the past. He was possibly London's father, but Ashley wasn't sure. Carlos told Ashley he was going back to Mexico, investigators say in the court filings. Rowland was arrested in October of 24, but bonded out. However, Rowland later claimed she lied to investigators and said Carlos did not sell drugs or do any meth. Jesus Christ. We don't have any very credible information from the people that assumed responsibility or had custody of this child. So when we take over an investigation, we have to go back and look at what has already been documented. So time is of the essence. You think? I mean, it's 3 years later. The documents also show Roland and Denton, her boyfriend, each had other kids who told police they endured multiple instances of abuse themselves, and they allegedly witnessed abuse against London. Court documents say a 15-year-old saw Denton hit London with a wooden pallet and shoot a BB gun at her. The same teenager told police he was duct taped to a chair and hit with a belt. The documents say Denton threatened to kill him if he told police, and additionally threatened to make him disappear. You motherfuckers. The other kids were interviewed by police in March of 2025, including an 8-year-old who said she also witnessed physical abuse on London. Investigators believe the 8-year-old was sexually abused by Denton. Police are still looking for London, who is considered missing and endangered. Why isn't this baby's face absolutely everywhere? I've never even heard of this. Never heard of it. Has anybody else? Anybody here heard of this case? Because I've never heard of this. Yeah, Shades of Eduardo. Exactly. Zanny the nanny. 3 years. 3. I don't understand. How does anybody think? We need all the information on this now so we can get this baby's face out there. All right, let me stop sharing this so that I can take some images here. What the hell? Okay, save that. And now, let me get there. See what information we can find on this court paperwork, if any. Oh, look at her in this one. Oh no. Watch. You're going to see her. Hold on. I hate all the ads, truly. Look. No. Okay. This has a little bit more information. Authorities have arrested 2 people in connection with the alleged abuse of a 5-year-old in Oklahoma City Metro. The child has not been found after disappearing more than 3 years ago, police say. London Kerr was last seen April of 2022, police believe, when she went missing from a southeast Oklahoma City apartment complex. She was 2 at the time. Ashley C.J. Rowland, 39, her mother, and Joshua Paul Denton, 40, Rowland's boyfriend, were arrested on August 5th, booked into the Cleveland County Jail on multiple complaints. Denton faces 9 felony charges, including 6 felony counts of child abuse, 1 count of forcible sodomy. What? 1 count of lewd or indecent acts to a child, and 1 count of a pattern of criminal offenses. Rowland has been charged with 1 count of enabling child abuse. She has previously faced charges of abandonment of a child in Oklahoma County District Court last year, so she abandoned another child. Online court records did not list attorneys for Rowland or Denton. As of August 7th, jail records showed Denton was being held on a total bond amount of $500,000. He's being held on $300,000. After months of assisting in the case, the Oklahoma City Police Department is now the lead agency investigating London's disappearance, with aid from Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. Moore has previously been searching for clues to track down Kerr, to no avail. Since Rowland's arrest last fall, Moore police and detectives have searched multiple properties, storage units, electronic devices regarding London's birth certificates, Social Security, clothing, toys, anything that could lead to or identify her whereabouts. Court filings show details in the case first came to light after the State Department of Human Services could not locate London during a pickup order in April of 2023. Okay, wait. Okay. Court filings show how details in the case first came to light after the State Department of Human Services could not locate London during a pickup order in April of 2023, 2.5 years ago. According to an arrest affidavit written by a Moore police officer, Rowland initially said the baby was with her father in Georgia. Investigators learned that wasn't true. When interviewed again by police, she allegedly confessed she gave London to a man named Carlos, whom she bought meth from in 2022. That's the last time she saw London, who would have been 2 years old. Per the affidavit, she also told the police that Carlos claimed he was going to Mexico, and she did not give Carlos any of London's personal identification documents. According to another affidavit written by an Oklahoma City police officer, after Rowland was arrested on the child abandonment charge and booked into the Oklahoma City jail in October, police learned she had other children, including a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old. I'm so fucking confused right now. So these police, even though DCF or Human Services, whatever, same thing, went looking for the baby 2.5 years ago and didn't find him, and then of course had to have reported it to the police or somebody, I would hope. They're just finding out in October of what, last year, 2024, that she had these 2 other older kids? Jesus Christ. Oklahoma police interviewed the teenagers, one of whom alleged that Denton was physically abusive towards them both and London, according to the affidavit. Graphic descriptions from the interviews include accusations of Denton hitting London with a wooden paddle, shooting a BB gun at her and the other children, taping the 15-year-old to a chair, beating him with the belt. It also cites interviews in late March with Denton's own 8-year-old daughter and 10-year-old son. Jeez, we just got kids everywhere. Who alleged that Denton was physically abusive towards them as well. His children also told investigators Denton poured why? What? His children also told investigators that Denton poured hot sauce in London's eyes on more than one occasion and locked her in the closet, threatening to beat the children if they told London's mother, as if she would have cared. In addition, according to the affidavit, Denton's daughter revealed to investigators that her father had sexually abused her. Per the court filing, she said her father had warned her not to tell anyone or she would die. At least 2 of the interviewed minors said Rowland would have known about the abuse they experienced from Denton, including Denton's daughter, who alleged that she told Rowland what her father had been doing to London after Rowland saw him force feed the baby a hot pepper. Investigators questioned Rowland about Denton's alleged abuse of her children. She denied any knowledge of it and claimed Denton was never abusive to London. Of course, that's what of course. She admitted, however, that she had told people different things in the past than really what happened with Carlos, and detectives said that they were not able to verify Carlos's existence. That's shocking. The Moore police secured a search warrant for a storage unit belonging to Rowland and Denton. They recovered a BB gun and a wooden paddle with the last resort written on it, as well as a pink baby blanket, diapers, a pink shoe, and a car seat. Oh, I cannot. Potentially complicating a timeline for investigators even further, a daycare worker told police during the first half of 2025 that she'd last seen London with Rowland at a gas station more than 2 years ago. According to the affidavit, Rowland told the daycare worker that bruises she saw on London's head were from a car accident. Would you look at this little baby right here? Look at this little baby. This right here is really making me angry. This here. Do you see this? Due to the nature of her disappearance, police now consider London Kerr endangered. Really? They are expressing extreme concern for her safety. Even after the arrest of Denton and Rowland, police said that they have been given a lack of credible information. Police Sergeant Dylan Quirk, a spokesman for the department, told the TV station that more work was needing to be done in the investigation going forward. Well, you could say that. Time is of the essence. This timeline really sucks badly. Logan Tucker. I know. Look up Logan Tucker's case. So, I mean, the bad news just gets worse, right? So we've got one child who we know his mother potentially made a deal for manslaughter. Okay. Then we have little London here, who's been missing for years. And why there's no information on this. London, Oklahoma. Okay. That's... hold on. I wonder if we can find this information. I don't know, though. Let me see. Oh, look at this fucking sorry sack of shit. Honestly. Look at this fucking woman. And I do feel terrible because, of course, these drugs will absolutely kill you. They really will. But my God, man. The state tried to take custody of the girl, but the mother said she didn't know where she was. I'm trying to find the actual affidavit. Maybe you guys can find it, but no. I have a couple other places that I can look, but yeah, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I know, Twist, I type fast. It's just like, I don't understand. I need to use a different browser. Hold on. Let me just, okay. Okay, let's see here. One second here. Oh, Jesus Christmas. All right, what county is this? And her middle name was CJ? CJ, right? So we'll just put C. Good Lord. More Oklahoma. More Oklahoma. Cleveland. All right, Cleveland. Let's look here. Cleveland County. Yep, here she is. Criminal felon. That's all I see here, though. 8/5/25. Ashley Rowland, defendant. All right, I don't know. I need to look into this more now. Cleveland County Sheriff's has a lot of corruption. Really? Girl, I know. St. Elmo's fire. So yeah, in the case of, this is something that somebody else asked me to look at, so I wrote it down. I'm going to look more into it about this little lady right here. But as far as little Jayden, we don't know. We don't know what happened or why CPS would allow any of this to happen. There's Noel Rodriguez Alvarez in Texas. God, I think she was found. No, this is 2023. Okay. Oh, yes, I know this case. This is fucking horrible, too. Cindy Rodriguez Singh. That poor little baby. His remains have not been found. Santa Muerte. So she's it's like a witchcraft. They don't want to say it's witchcraft, but it is. Basically, it's nothing good. That's for fucking sure. It's really not. You check for updates on him, yeah. No, he was already living with so he lived with his auntie, and his grandmother had full custody. She died, and they had to notify CPS. And CPS immediately took him out of a safe home and put him with his biological mother after taking him away, which is like, what? Why? Yeah, associated with protection among drug cartels. So she's escaped out of the country. Surveillance images from late March at DFW Airport show the family of Noel Rodriguez Alvarez moving through security. Well, there they go. Fucking people, man. Missing Everman boy. What is this? This will just take you down a rabbit hole. You'll be there forever. Oh, same thing. Okay. Smiling. What are you smiling about, lady? One-way tickets, yeah. Yeah, Running Bear. We were actually talking about that last night. That the DNA testing of items in West Memphis 3. That'll be very, very interesting. I don't know. Let's see. don't think so, but I thought her husband maybe. Yeah. Hold on here. They never found her though, right? A grand jury handed up a murder indictment against a man whose wife disappeared in July, sparking a flurry of concern in the now police community of Northern Virginia. He is facing a murder and defiling a body. Showing the body of his wife was dismembered. Have you guys been following Brian Walsh and Anna? Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, that's what made me think of Brian and Anna, of what he might have done to her. God knows. God knows. There was a hearing today, I believe. Right? Yes, today. Let me see here. I don't want to watch it on there. I don't want to watch it on there. And I don't want to watch it on there. I'm such a picky bitch. I'm like, I'm not watching it on these channels that literally talk over the stream. I won't do it. I'm not going to do it. Do you understand me? Not. Hold on. I will not do it. I'm not watching that one either. This is always a good one.
Can I have the Commonwealth identify?
And they even fix the sound. I love this Vulcan channel. Hold on. Hold on. Please hold on. Let me just change something here. Oh, I don't think I can I? Maybe. Maybe not. All right, here we go. I don't know if this is Brian yet. Might be these guys here. Hold on.
Herself in general.
Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Lisa Beatty. I'm an assistant district attorney, and as I said earlier, there are various assistant district attorneys assigned to the various different prosecution teams who are present in court and available if necessary. Okay. The final step of filing
what?
Their individual case.
I don't know when she's going to act.
Your Honor, the last time that we were in a somewhat similar procedural posture when the U.S. Attorney's Office filed their motion, there was no disagreement that the filing of that motion told the order.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think I feel reasonably confident that we can anticipate that we will be able to litigate this matter in the federal court. But regardless of that, I want to be clear that we have obtained additional materials during the time period that we've been working on this. And certainly, you know, as outlined in the letter, the most substantive and relevant and probative issues to our Rule 14 obligations.
Okay. So that's the current status from your perspective.
That's the current status from our perspective.
And what are you asking me to do?
So I'm asking you to take no further action with regard to the global matters. I understand that there are individual defendants who are asking for the court on their individual cases to make particular rulings. I know that there's at least one filing in one of those cases. And I think that you could, I don't know whether or not the courts had the opportunity to review our opposition. I think we filed
You're
that.
talking about the Walsh matter, the motion to dismiss in Walsh, and your response. I did receive both and read them both. So you would have me take no further action and schedule no further hearing? Or do what? I mean, what do you think I should do in terms of schedule, given what you filed with Judge Casper? You know, if she's around, if she scheduled the hearing, if she, do you know what her schedule is?
I can tell the court that we only very recently filed. So
Okay.
I don't think it's realistic to think that she's aware of our filing or has any intention.
Number where there was another order. I haven't seen those orders.
So I can.
I mean, I don't know why you can't give me a copy of what you filed with Judge Casper, or give to defense counsel, to be honest. The fact that it's a sealed proceeding, it doesn't mean that you have to file everything, you have to keep everything that you file in that proceeding under seal.
I'm relying on the advice of our counsel, and we have repeatedly asked for those previous orders. We have been told that those previous orders substantively are identical to the most recent order, that the reason there were multiple dates was if they provided for different people to sign.
So one of the attorneys is Rosemary. I don't want to say her last name. Spaciccio, something, I don't know. But her here. She's,
a while ago, and
I don't know if she was in court today.
As to defense notes, which was it?
I don't know.
She should be.
Everything that you file in.
I don't know if she was there today, but she is a hard ass. It is tense in there. I'm not going to play their entire video. I'm going to give it to you guys to watch it if you enjoy watching the ones without somebody talking over the entire stream. I love her. She's really good. I know there are a few other cases too, just on kids. Let me see here. Wait a minute here. What is this? This just showed up. What the hell is this? Oh, that was okay. Let's see here. My crazy ass sister is on TikTok now and YouTube, and oh my. She's an interesting character. Did you see the baby in Alabama? The mom killed the twin? No. Without a name, I don't know, unless it's yeah, his name's Jonah and the brother was Levi and the mother was drunk. She's being charged in capital murder right now. Yeah. Then we've got, in Summer Wells' case, we've got Fred and Andy getting ready to take lie detector tests, allegedly. So I guess we'll see what happens with that, right? I really only come on tonight to speak about Jayden and how awful that was, but then we got caught in a little bit of a rabbit hole there. I mean, there's so many awful, sad cases out right now. I mean, we could talk about them all, or, one at a time. But it gets depressing. It really does get sad. So, horrible. Just looking at a couple of things I was looking at earlier today. Terrible. It is. It's awful. Yeah, the West Memphis 3 stuff is really going to be interesting. I think that it's great that they freed them, that they're not in there anymore. But, that doesn't give us an answer on anything. It's very sad. So, all right, I don't want to make this too long. I only came in really to play the presser, but I just wish it didn't end up like this. And we get I don't know what the system should be, but they're afraid that if too many people are hearing alerts, they're going to just start ignoring them. And that's totally possible too. It is. Yeah. I was just hoping, maybe it would come out, but and that he ran off, or that, I don't know, maybe the aunts were trying to hide him to get him away from the mom. I don't know. I hate that it had to end like that. Sammy, sometimes it does feel that way, I think. Sometimes it really does feel like there'll be a case and then there's like 8 more that you start reading about and you're like, wait, what the fuck? What? And it all kind of happens at once, and it does feel overwhelming. Like it just, like when Summer went missing and it was Michael Vaughn. We also had the twins in Cali at the same time. Well, they weren't twins, but we had the Cali boys, and we had at the same time, right around that same time, there was another case too. Was it Quentin? No, it wasn't Quentin. It was the young boy who was taken out of his home he had a twin, and he came in and took him out of the home. What is his name? Why can't I remember his name right now? We were just talking about him the other day. Yeah, exactly. Well, she's in jail, so she won't be getting out anytime soon, I'm sure. Cash. Thank you, Kathy. Cash. St. Elmo's, the rumor is out there that she did. We have no idea. We don't know. We know that they've had her in custody today, and then she's being charged with manslaughter too. And it's like, manslaughter too? Huh. So somebody in the chat was like, well, she may have made a deal to say where the remains were. Instead of first-degree murder, they'll bring it down. Harmony, Cash, yeah. Possibly. I didn't hear that in the presser, and I have not seen that on the aunts pages, so I don't know. I know that those are the rumors. I saw that somebody had where the news crew was, or whoever, I don't know where the picture came from, but it was, I personally don't even think that picture's real. I think some YouTubers have zero fucking ethics, and they'll post any damn thing, right? Because they posted a photo with, I want to say, a child who allegedly was Jayden underneath like a blanket or a tarp or something. And I'm like, motherfucker, what is wrong with you? Why? Why not post something like this? You've got to post what you think could have been where he was. I love brownies. I love brownies. No deals. No. I agree. People are sick. They're absolutely sick, demented. I don't understand it. You know, if you didn't want him back, clearly Samantha, who had custody in the first place, you know, well, in her home anyway, would have kept him. You just want chicken soup. You still don't feel good. I would love brownies right now. I'd punch somebody for brownies. Honestly, I really love brownies a lot. Last time I had chocolate, they were M&Ms. How boring is that? Very boring. But yeah, and there's so many people who would take these kids in. So many people. Not as far as I know. Wow. Really? It's been a long time. And I don't know, he definitely seemed to have some mental issues. But if they're deeming him competent to stand trial, Oakley Carlson, yep. I don't trust Fred in the Summer Wells case. Yeah, we're probably going to do a stream about that soon, actually. Yeah, I think so. I don't want to mix it in with this one, but I really think we do need to. Hey, Be Real, how are you? But we should do something on the holler pretty soon, especially if they're going to take a lie detector test. I would really love that. I think that'd be great. We also had the Watts case, correct? That's how a lot of people came here. Yep. Yeah. Not all good, Elizabeth. I agree. I wish they all were good. I wish they all were vetted properly, and you know, there's not enough time or people to work in DCF. DCF is overwhelmed, underfunded, underappreciated, criticized a lot. And, you know, people get a bad rap for doing it, but we need way a much better system, much better funding. Well, it was Voices Share is supposed to be looking for the polygraph place, I guess. I don't know. That's what they say, right? Uh-huh. Yep. A lot of people feel that way. That's okay. Overworked. Absolutely. I had a friend who did it for years and years and years. And it just really took a huge toll. See, I couldn't do it. I can't do anything like with animals or kids or elderly. Like, just leaving me to working on a computer. I can't do any of it. There's a lot. There is a lot, St. Elmo's. Definitely. I didn't get on that island. I'm like, no, I'm good. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, I know. It isn't for the faint-hearted. I couldn't ever do it. No way. My daughter's doing her into, oh boy. And then you got to make sure you make the right decisions, and you don't always. And then, you know, you got to, how do you live with that? Like in Jayden's case right now, how do you live with that? The whole town is out looking for him, and you're the DCS worker who let him go back. How do you function after that? You know what I mean? I don't even know. I would be fucking heartbroken, you know? But it's been an hour. Let me get off here. I will see you guys later.